Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for a special edition of today's of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and do a few reality shows on the side. Uh, Today we're doing daytime television. We're going to talk about Young and the Restless, but we're going to wait a few minutes before we talk about Young and the Restless because, so check it out. Because at the beginning of every episode I do a little bit of host chat. Well, today I'm going to be talking quite a bit because I'm here in Seattle, right? And I was in like Polsbo, and I was watching television, and I saw that there was an advertisement for the new Romy and Michele's high school reunion musical, right? Okay. And they said it was playing now until July 2nd, and I was like, holy shit, I've got to see this before I leave Seattle. And it turns out I had one evening free tonight, so I was like, we're going to go see it. So I asked my coworker, do you mind if we go see this? And he was like, no, sure, let's go. So we went. And let me tell you, so we just bought tickets. I bought tickets, and we went. It was my gift because he did a good job on this Go Live. So it was wonderful. It was awesome. So, I knew that they were doing a musical, and I knew that the girl who played, I knew that one of the girls, I didn't know who she played at the time, but I knew one of the girls had worked at Disney, because all my Disney friends were like, oh my God, you've got to see this girl. She's amazing. She's incredible. All this, right? So I was like, okay, I'll go see it. Oh my God, the show was so good. She played Michele. Okay, so let me take it back even further. So when this movie first came out in 1997, that was the year that I worked in Japan. Now, it came out in the summer of 97, and then I went to Japan late summer. So it had already gone out of the theaters in the United States, but it was still in the movie theaters in Japan. So turns out my roommate, aka my best friend, Shane, he was like, oh my God, I love that movie. I was like, are you kidding? You want to go see it in Japan? So we went and saw it in Japan. And let me tell you, movies in Japan are a little bit of a trippy experience because they encourage people to bring in outside food. So you saw people bringing in like McDonald's and cup of noodles and shit. It was pretty crazy. But anyways, they and they didn't laugh at everything because we were dying at absolutely everything, and we've seen the movie like a million times, right? But they laughed at some stuff because they had it was a subtitled movie, so some stuff they thought was funny, but they didn't get all of the nuance of the humor. Just like I'm sure I probably don't get a lot of nuances of humor in Japanese language stuff, right? It's okay though. Eventually I will. So, anyways, me and Shane are Romy Michele. He's Romy, I'm Michele, completely. And then I find out that this girl Stephanie Wall, which is so funny because there's a generation before her, there was a fierce bitch named Stephanie Block, who I also used to work with at Disneyland and at in Branson, Missouri. And she became the queen of Broadway. She did. She was the pirate queen. In the Pirate Queen, she was in 9 to 5. She played Lily Tomlin's character, or was she Jane Fonda? I don't remember. I didn't see it, but sorry, Stephanie, but she's fierce. She's a fierce bitch. Anywho, and so Stephanie Wall and Stephanie Block. It's great, and they were both Disney girls. It's crazy. All right, so the show was incredible, and I really tried to keep. I really tried to not cry. I really did. But there were certain moments that were so touching. One of them was a moment that they didn't actually have in the movie that they added in for the musical. And it's a movie where right after they make fun of the back brace girl and stick the magnets on her back, where she goes into the bathroom and she starts crying, and they sing this song together called I Think You're the Coolest Person Ever, or whatever. It was just so sweet, and it was really touching. And I'm sorry, I totally started. I wasn't like loud or anything. I was really trying to like keep it, but like just tears streaming down my face. I couldn't help it. It was so good. And it made me realize how much of this movie is all about like people are assholes in high school. Like they really are. They're just assholes. So it was great though. It was so good. And they, first of all, Michele, aka Stephanie Wall, she did a great job because she totally memorized the formula for glue. I knew it by heart. I know it by heart. And she did it all. She added one little line. I mean, I'm sure for the song they added one line to make it musically work, but it worked. She did it in a song, but it was pretty good. She did a really good job. It was great. They didn't have the cowboy character. Justin Theroux's character, he was not in the movie at all. And they kind of go a little bit further even after everyone was like at the end of the movie. They kind of go a little bit further. And so that was kind of interesting as well. But it was a really great movie. It's a really great message all about friendship. It's wonderful. The songs were so good. Well, okay, first of all, the second act opener is called Businesswoman Special. I was in already. All you had to tell me was the title. I was in. Then you tell me that it's the second act opener. I loved it. I loved it. It was great. There were a couple things that were hilarious in the movie that weren't included in, like in Michele's dream sequence, how she gets run over by the limousine, by Sandy Frank's limousine. Okay, that was hilarious in the movie. They don't do that in the stage show, unfortunately, but it was pretty fucking funny. And let's see, besides the Businesswoman Special, the other song that really got the audience on their feet was Heather Mooney has a song called Love is Bullshit. Oh my God, it was hilarious. It was great. So I can't wait to see this show in Los Angeles, in Las Vegas. You know, hopefully it goes to Broadway. If it ever comes to Atlanta, Shane, you call me, let me know. I will fly out there. We have to go see this show. I promise you, it is so good. And it made me realize how much I miss my best friend. I really do miss you, Shane, quite a bit. Okay, moving on. Young and the Restless. So in Young and the Restless this week, so go see the show. Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. It's fabulous. Okay, so Young and the Restless. So this week we saw the trial. No, it wasn't a trial. It was the depositions for the trial. Before, it was like a pre-trial on Juliet's sexual harassment case against Kane. And let me tell you, I fucking love Leslie Michelson, or now she's Leslie Shelby, because she married Barton Shelby. She is the fiercest attorney. I mean, I love me some Michael Baldwin. Don't get me wrong. I've always loved me some Michael Baldwin. But I love me some Leslie. She's a fierce bitch, especially in that courtroom. And she fucking pulled out all the stops. She got the security footage from the hotel. And not just that. And this is actually, I'm going to give some props, to some kudos to the prop department, or maybe the art department, or I don't know, but some department in Young and the Restless, because the video footage was actually in Japanese and it said Camera 19. So kudos to you, Young and the Restless. Nice attention to detail. That was very good. So that was great. So, and Kane was totally like, and then everyone, of course, was pissed off because they know Kane had lied to them, and Lily was livid. Of course she would be. If you found out your husband not only had cheated on you, but had lied to you about it, and his boss, and gone to this length, and I bet Juliet felt so good, because originally Victoria lost her shit and went completely apeshit on, Juliet was trying to get her to drop the suit, and she created a big scene. And she was, in a way, I felt like she was trying to be Victor, but I don't think Victor would have gotten that emotional. You know what I'm saying? I think she was attempting something, but she didn't quite get there. And she was trying to intimidate Juliet, and she wouldn't be intimidated. You know what? I fucking love Juliet. I don't care what anyone says. I love her. I hope they give her a full-on contract. I think she's great. She'll certainly have enough money after she wins this lawsuit, because she will win this lawsuit, or at least a nice settlement if they decide to settle. Billy was pissed. Billy was so furious. He was like, "We have to settle. Kane just completely sunk our case because he lied to our faces, and now we look stupid." And even Leslie was like, "I'm willing to revisit the topic of a settlement if you want to talk settlement." Now, and second of all, I love Leslie because her name is Angel. Her real name is Angel Conway, so I love her. I hope that she's at the Young and the Restless. I'm going to this fan club event for Young and the Restless in August, and I hope she's there. And I also hope that Eileen Davidson is there, because I have so many questions for her, but they're actually mostly about the Beverly Hills Housewives and a few about Days of Our Lives. Not so many about Young and the Restless, believe it or not. So we'll see. She was so good as Susan Banks on Days of Our Lives, though. That was back when Days was good. Days was great back then. And, anyways, I've already talked about that last night. But so that's basically all that happened really on Young and the Restless this week. There was some stuff with Sharon and Scott, blah blah blah. Some stuff with Nick and Chelsea, blah blah blah. With Nikki and Victor and Nikki and Jack and Nikki and Tessa, blah blah blah. Oh, but I will say that Tessa's ex or whoever he is, Zach, he's kind of cute. He's pretty fucking cute. He might be a psychopath. Why is it that Abby always likes the psychopaths? Except for Stitch, who has disappeared and dropped off the face of the earth. In fact, so has Dr. Shelby, who... Sorry, I don't know why I decided to do this. This makes me look crazy. Dr. Shelby is also off the face of the earth as well. So I guess they're just not using the hospital anymore on Young and the Restless, which, okay. But I guess the hospital is really more a Days in General Hospital type thing anyway, so... Anyway, that's pretty much all that happened this week. So I just want to say thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless. You can also hashtag GH to talk General Hospital, because that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow night. Go see Romy and Michele's high school reunion, the musical. And until then, watch the movie. Watch the DVD. The original was still great too. And actually, it was originally based, that movie was based on a one-act play that all took place at the reunion in the bathroom. So, a lot of people don't know that, but the movie was itself a remake of a play. But anyways, I just want to say thank you so much. And please feel free to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel so you can get my videos sent to your inbox every single day. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.